cursed mask, a locked theater, and a horde of grotesque, bloodthirsty creatures turning humans into demons. Lamberto Bava's Demons isn't just a movie, it's an experience. Released in 1985, this Italian horror masterpiece brings unrelenting chaos, gore, and a surreal sense of dread, all wrapped up in a single question. What happens when the horror on screen breaks free into the real world? Produced by horror maestro Dario Argento, Demons delivers an unhinged blend of gore, scares, and over-the-top thrills that earned it a cult following, but never really the mainstream recognition of Dawn of the Dead or Evil Dead. While technically not a zombie movie in the strictest sense, its infected, mindless hordes echo the tropes of the genre, injecting them with a manic energy and a uniquely Italian style. For those who think they've seen it all when it comes to undead horror, Demons may just be the blood-drenched gem lurking in the shadows, ready to surprise and terrify. Where other films might rely on slow builds or subtle scares, Demons gleefully dives headfirst into its nightmare. From its claustrophobic setting to its over-the-top gore and pulse-pounding soundtrack, it's a film that grabs you by the throat and refuses to let go. It's not just a horror movie. It's a chaotic celebration of everything that makes the genre thrilling. It all begins with a mysterious invitation. On a seemingly ordinary day in Berlin, a masked man hands out free tickets to an exclusive film screening at the Metropole, an old, eerie movie theater shrouded in shadows. No one knows why, and no one knows who he is. But the promise of entertainment is enough to lure an eclectic group of strangers. College students George and Cheryl with their friends, a blind man and his companion, and a pimp with his workers. So as a diverse group of people arrive at the theater, in the lobby, one of the patrons, a prostitute named Rosemary, tries on a strange demonic mask on display and accidentally cuts herself. As the lights dim and the audience settles in, the on-screen movie begins. The film they're watching mirrors their reality. Characters in the movie discover a mask identical to the one in the lobby. The mask awakens a demonic force that turns humans into monsters. Rosemary's wound from the mask festers. The line between film and reality dissolves. And then, she transforms. Rosemary becomes the first demon, her body mutating in grotesque, bone-snapping fashion. When she attacks another patron, the infection spreads like wildfire. One by one, the guests turn into demons, clawing, biting, and slashing their way through the crowd. The theater becomes a prison. The exits are sealed shut, as though the theater itself is alive, trapping its victims inside. In the midst of the chaos, George and Cheryl emerge as the film's reluctant heroes. Together with a dwindling group of survivors, they fight back. And this is where Demons truly becomes unforgettable. Motorcycles rev and katanas swing. Gore and blood rain down in ridiculous, over-the-top fashion. By the time George and Cheryl escape, the nightmare isn't over, because outside the theater, the city has fallen. The demons are everywhere. The infection has spread beyond the metropole, and the end of the world has only just begun. And that's where Demons leaves us, in a world where horror can't be contained, where the on-screen nightmare spills into reality. What started as a film about watching a movie turns into something far more sinister. It's pure chaos, pure horror, and pure fun. Horror films in the 1980s were a chaotic playground of blood, monsters, and grotesque imagination. But few movies captured that sense of pure, relentless fun like Demons. But Demons isn't just about blood and carnage. It's also a haunting commentary on the power of cinema itself. The cursed film within the film doesn't just unleash monsters. It infects the audience, transforming passive viewers into participants in its madness. It's a brilliant meta-layered metaphor for how deeply movies can affect us, pulling us into their worlds and leaving us changed. Long before Scream dissected slasher tropes or Cabin in the Woods deconstructed genre conventions, Demons was using the framework of a film to comment on the immersive power of horror and its ability to manipulate and consume. Additionally, Demons' aesthetic sensibilities, its neon-drenched visuals, grotesque practical effects, and pulsating heavy metal soundtrack have become a touchstone for filmmakers looking to capture the unrestrained energy of 1980s horror. Even its unapologetic excess and blend of genres, a hybrid of zombie, demon, and apocalyptic horror, echo in modern films that blur traditional boundaries, ensuring Demon's legacy endures in the DNA of contemporary horror. Ultimately, Demons is far more than a cult oddity. It's a pioneering work that pushed the boundaries of what horror could be. Its influence, while subtle at times, has rippled through the genre, shaping how filmmakers approach infection, meta-commentary, and the sheer spectacle of horror. As a result, Demons stands not only as a chaotic masterpiece, but as a film that quietly changed the rules of the game.